I just wanted to jump on today and talk to you a little bit about back to school, because I was sitting there this morning scrolling through all of everyone's adorable back to school pictures, and some of the moms that were posting were all the moms were excited. And I gotta tell you, maybe I'm the weird mom, but I don't know that I felt the same way. And, we got the kids off to school. The big two went on my fourth grader, my second grader went on the bus, got back to school. We dropped out my youngest off he's pre-K, technically pre-K 4. He goes to an in-home daycare program. And my husband came back from dropping him off. My husband has off of work today. He works this weekend. And the two of us just laid there, exhausted. And getting our kids back to school was exhausting. And, one of the things that I don't feel people talk about enough is the anxiety and the stress. Maybe not for everybody, but I know this is true in our house. And I know that this is true for other kids that maybe have autism or sensory processing. I mean, at least it's true for us. So, I speak on behalf of our home, and I got to tell you, it wasn't warm and fuzzy feelings, and I didn't jump back into work like I thought I was going to, and I didn't feel like, excited for my kids to be back to school. I felt stressed and anxious, and it's not so much that I'm worried about them being at school. It's not that, but I know what it takes for them in order to gain a certain level of comfort. My oldest has much more anxiety. He has a much harder time with the actual transition part. It takes him 2 to 3 months to get settled into a classroom, into a new environment. It takes 12 weeks. This is true, by the way, for a lot of kids. It takes about 12 weeks to get acclimated and integrated into the new space. So here I am thinking, great, perfect. I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to go back to writing my book. I'm going to go back to my routine. Summer's over and there's so much to do, and here we are, my husband comes in from dropping the kids off, and we're both laying there on the couch, staring at the ceiling, exhausted. Last night was a meltdown. My oldest had an assignment for his first day that did not go over well. And this morning there was a little bit of stress with the first day of school outfit and what they were going to wear and getting ready for the bus. And I just want to say, if anybody else out there is like us, and maybe you got your kids on the bus and, you're sitting at work and you're kind of glazed out, or you're feeling extra depleted, you're feeling extra tired, you're feeling, all of the weight of summer maybe, and you haven't quite gotten into your rhythm. I gotta tell you, I don't see myself getting back into my work rhythm today. Definitely not today or tomorrow. Definitely not this weekend. Probably not Monday or Tuesday. It's gonna take some time, and we're not taught this. We're not taught that it's okay, that it takes a certain amount of days and maybe even weeks to get reacclimated to your rhythm. And part of that is, as much as it feels, oh, well, I've done this before, my kids have gone back to school before, I've been doing this for a long time. If you're raising highly sensitives, you know that despite the fact that everything is the same, everything's really different. Your kids are different people. They're different grades. There's a different set of circumstances. There's a different set of, kids in the room. There's, we have a new bus driver this year, and she did assign seats. Now I have no idea if my son will end up with his best friend on the bus. I'm hoping, knock on wood, that he will. But, something as little as that, it's not little in his world, it's big in his world, and it might set him off. It might set up his whole day. It might disrupt his whole day. Even though I'm not with them, in close proximity, I'm still holding space for them. I am still holding space for my kids in order for them to adjust and acclimate the way they need to. We go through phases like this where there's new information and there's new routines and there's new schedules, and it's a lot to adjust to. And if you're sensitive, if you're empathic, it's important to accommodate all of those changes, as subtle as they may seem. You know, your body detects subtlety. It's not whether it's big or little in your body. It's not whether it's a big deal or a little deal. It is a deal, and you have to make time and space for that. You have to be a little more lenient on yourself. So I hope that helps today. I hope that helps you. Go easy on yourself. Give yourself permission. If you're not in it today, you're not in it. Don't force yourself to be somewhere you can't be. And if you're sitting at your desk and you're just kind of zoned out, I know your boss might not say it's okay, but I say it's okay. It's okay. You're entitled to a day or 2 days or 5 days where you're just not 100%. And we have to give ourselves those times, because if we don't give ourselves those times now and we force ourselves through, that's when we end up collapsing, and our stress and our overwhelm and our exhaustion. So I hope this helps today. If nothing else, I just needed the space to kind of confess my own, that I was looking at all these other moms on Facebook and not necessarily feeling the way they felt, and I wanted to talk about it. And that's it. I wish everybody the best of luck this school year. I hope your kid really has a successful first day. And if he doesn't or she doesn't, I hope that, that your child knows that you're there to support them and validate their experience. And it might be just that today was not the day, and tomorrow might not be either. And that's okay too. So I really do. I wish you the best of luck this school year. And I hope that, it brings you all the joy and all the growth and all the change that you're wishing to see this school year. Thanks so much. If you like this video, please feel free to comment. How do you transition? How do you feel about going back to school? Are you excited? Are your kids excited? Are they nervous? Are you anxious? Are you stressed? Are you waiting for the meltdown phone call? Kind of like I am. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Let me know how your first day of school is going, or first few days if your kids are back to school already. And feel free to subscribe. Find me on YouTube at The Mommy Healer, as well as Patreon. Talk to you soon. Bye.